So as I swear at the camera, all the band members put their hands down and smile like I'm being an obnoxious wally chop. Welcome to the Hard Up Garage, where we've got stories about cars. Yes, that's right, car stories. So over the years, I've built relationships with a lot of people, like pipes, exhaust, cold case radiators, that kind of people, and Cobra bucket seats for one. And I've never ever had the opportunity of working with an alcohol company, as you see, like people like Richard Rawlings with Miller Lite. And I was kind of approached and kind of approached them at the same time. It was kind of a mutual exchange. I got to know the guys at Piston Head Lager. And for the people that don't know what Piston Head Lager, it's a craft beer company, and they sell kind of automotive style, alcoholic beverages and non-alcoholic drinks. Please don't send me any non-alcoholic ones though. I only like the beery ones. And they sent me a big case of alcohol over the years for the Hard Up Garage parties that we used to put on here down at Fort Fareham in England. And I was contacted by them in relation to a bar in London called Big Red. And Big Red had a bar at a show called the Ramblin' Man Fair, which is in Kent, Essex kind of direction, the east of England. And they said, what do you have American vehicle-wise that we could use to promote Piston Head? So I basically had my lovely lady at Abshot Signs make up these magnets, Piston Head and the skull, which basically replicate what's on the can. And we put them on the side of a 1948, 1949 Chevy truck. I know someone out there is going to tell me it's the wrong age, but I'm trying to remember here. And we lent them a Chevy truck, and I basically charged them fuel cost, a day rate, that kind of stuff. And they said, what do you want? So I charged them, and I told the lady that owned the truck, and it's a family, the people that own Hot Rod 58 clothing that own the truck. So whatever money I earn profit, I'll split it with you 50-50. He said, no worries, what do you want? I said, well, I want somewhere to park my motorhome, and I want tickets for the weekend. No worries. Me, my lovely lady, and my dad trundled up there with the truck, delivered it. My dad went home for the weekend. My dad came back for Saturday night, which was the headline night, ZZTop. I mean, Billy Gibbons and the guys, Mr. Beard, all those guys, there's people I've always wanted to watch my whole life, to be able to be affiliated with this show, deliver a truck and take my dad for free to watch ZZTop is kind of unheard of. And back then I was represented by a lady called Carrie Hyde, which was my agent or manager at the time out in Dallas, Texas. And she always told me she knew the guys at ZZTop. And in my line of, career, I find that a lot of people talk rubbish. So I kind of called her out on it and I said, look, have you got his number? And she said, well, I've got his number, but you need to go and meet a guy called Pablo. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go try and find a guy called Pablo that is ZZTop's manager or, roadie or whatever guy that helps out with the band. So I am with my staff pass, because obviously I delivered the truck there, so I had a staff pass for the show. I loitered around the gate where the celebrities go in and out. And I'm stood there and I'm stood there. And then there was this very Mexican kind of Pablo looking chap. And as you can imagine, I'm trying to look for a Pablo looking Pablo. And I reckon if you looked in the dictionary for Pablo, his face would be there. I mean, no one else screams more Pablo than Pablo. And I walked up to him and said, I'm really sorry to bother you. Are you Pablo? And he said, yes, I am Pablo. I said, ZZTop Pablo? He said, ZZTop Pablo. And I said, well, I know a lady called Carrie who is a manager in Dallas, Texas, and she told me to come find you. And he went, yep, I know Carrie. She told me to call you, and I've been so busy I haven't got a chance to call you. He said, no worries. I said, well, it'd be an honour to be able to meet Billy and the guys. I'd love to take a picture and shake their hands. He was like, let me see what I can do. See you in an hour. So as a young man, I wait for an hour in the pouring rain. Got to meet one of the main guys from Motorhead, which was pretty cool. One of their band members, because Lemmy passed away. Got to meet a few other amazing people. And finally Pablo comes over and goes, come with me. So he takes me over to this little container in the middle of nowhere. He's like, stay out here. So I stood round, put my hands behind my back, try and be as, responsible as you can. And all the guys come out, and I get to take pictures with these idols that I would never believe in my life I get to meet, And it's just unheard of, They come out and meet me, shook my hands and stuff. And then all the guys are taking a picture of me, but everyone in the band is swearing at the camera, And they're all looking at the camera swearing, and he goes, come on, Pablo's like, come on, swear. So as I swear at the camera, all the band members put their hands down and smile like I'm being an obnoxious Wally Chops swearing at the camera, which is kind of cool. So, you know, I got to meet the guys. It was amazing. And a little bit later on, there's a band called Bad Company, which is one of the biggest rock bands in the world as well, big British band. And I bump into a guy who turns out to be one of the drummers for Bad Company. And I know my dad's a big fan. And I said, do you mind if I go get my dad just to take a picture with you? Because, you know, it'd be an amazing experience. I run off and I grab my dad. I come back and Pablo is going by on what I can describe as a golf buggy. He is on a golf buggy with the band ZZTop on the way to the stage. And I think that on the side of the stage, these lovely band member chaps look for like rather attractive females or people that the band would find exciting to be on the side of the stage. Not a 30-year-old man from England with his dad who's got a big beard, you know? So Pablo like looks at me, he gives me a lovely smile, comes over and he gives me 2 real ZZTop side stage gold passes that you put on your coat. There was a guy on the side of the stage with us that owned a band called Monster Truck. It was a big rock band as well. And we're taking pictures of him and his wife, and then we're taking pictures of us next to ZZTop and all this kind of stuff. And it's crazy how lending someone a truck that you borrowed, that you're hardly earning any money for, allows you to get side stage tickets to ZZTop. I mean, you cannot pay for these tickets. It is unheard of. And it's all about, you know, pushing my main aim. And that's just treat people how you want to be treated, you know. Shake hands, be polite and hope for the best. But you do need a little bit of a British accent and a bit of blaggering skills to get you past them security guards. So no worries. Over the years, you know, I've been ripped off a lot. I've been cheated on, I've had cars stolen, I've had my garage broke into, I've had stuff smashed up, yeah? And every time this happens, I promise to myself that I'm going to change. I'm going to be a different person. I'm not going to be this nice, outgoing human being anymore, you know? And my dad says to me, what do you mean you're going to change? Like, if you change, they won. Well, they have won, Dad. They've taken my car, they've stolen my, you know, dignity, they've broken my vehicles, they've stolen my customer stuff. I'm past caring, you know? But you know what? It just shows that if you pursue and try your hardest to still do what you want to be, like a nice person, yeah, it can still pay off. Who'd have thought that doing such a good deed of borrowing the truck and lending it to someone would ever pay off in side stage tickets to ZZTop? Please go to our channel homepage and click on the playlist to watch more Hard Up Garage videos. If you like what we're doing, click on that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and you can also help us by leaving a comment and click the like button. Please share this episode on social media with your friends and family. But while you're there, why not follow us at Hard Up Garage on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. If you follow us on social media, you'll see when we've got brand new videos for you lovely people. And don't forget to visit hardupgarage.com, where you can get some background on what we do and buy some of our much loved merchandise. Goodbye from Sam from Hard Up Garage, and thank you for listening to my lovely car stories about cars.